Hi, welcome to my Arduino video. This is a bit of a different one today. It's not actually building something out of an Arduino, it's repairing an Arduino. This particular Arduino has got problems with the voltage regulator, and I was looking to get a new one, and the price is ridiculous if you're trying to get it from somewhere in the UK. They don't seem to be available on eBay, but I can order them from China. But since we left the EU, the handling costs are ridiculous. So I did have in my box of stuff these little, what's next to that Arduino, that little voltage regulator, it's a little buck converter, sorry. I've already set that up to 5 volts. So what my intention is to remove the little 5-volt regulator down here on the Arduino, and then the idea is to place the little buck converter, he says, throwing it in there, somewhere in there, obviously a bit neater than that and away from any other components, but just to see if I can get it going again. It's no real loss if I can't. I mean, I've had this was the first Arduino I ever bought, I think. It's been going a while, so I have others. I have a couple of Megas and a couple of other Unos, but so this particular one has got voltage problems, so let's try and fix it. I'm going to use my rework station, and I've got some flux mixed up with isopropyl alcohol, the rosin, so just dissolved it. So let's have a little see what happens. We'll give it a little bit of heat, and let's keep an eye on that. Oh Christ, it's melting the power jack. This could very well turn into a how not to do it. There you go. Got him off, right. I think I'll use my soldering iron to re-solder that on. Right, I'm going to give that a clean and come back to you, and we'll see what I can do about fitting this little buck converter in. So I shall return. Right, I've given the Arduino a quick clean. I found a little header there. I'm going to try and put that on the outputs and solder them down. I have to bend them a bit to get them to fit on down onto the pins there. The pin out for the actual voltage regulator is, this one is ground, pin 1, pin 2 is the output, pin 3 is voltage in. So what I'm going to do is probably pin between here and here with the outputs, and I'm going to run a couple of little wires from the other end of the regulator through this hole underneath and solder them onto here. This is just some residue of some sticky pad I had stuck on it, and a bit of a mistake really, but so maybe I could solder them on, bend them and then cut them down, which is probably what I'm going to do, thinking about it. Yeah, that looks like an idea. So what we got over here? We got any other bits of some plastic. Well, doesn't want to go in. I don't know why. There you go. What I'll do, I'll split that into 2 if I can, he says, like that, to take any stress off of them. I'll get them soldered on. Let's push them through a little bit more because there's plenty there to work with. Right, Let's move my meter out of the way. Move some of my helping hands in. I'm probably going to need them. So what I'll try and do is just clip that on there, flip that over. I do hope that's in focus, but just put my soldering iron on. Right, I just have to stop, check that was in focus. I've got my little TS100 soldering iron. I've had about 6 months now and I really love it. A bit of solder. Where's my cleaner? There it is. Bring that over to the stand to get there. A little tin. Right, now he says, there you go. Oh crikey. Hang on a minute. Excuse me. I blame this on lockdown because I can't go and get my eyes sorted out. My glasses need to be changed. Hang on, let me have a look at that. Can't see if it's... Yeah, that seems to make it quite good. Or maybe not. I'll tell you what. I'll add a little bit of flux. I've got a flux pen as well. I'll use a little bit of that. That's better. Yeah, I think that's better. Right, well, excuse me taking it out of shot. Let me just pull a bit of plastic off the bottom. That. Oh. Okay. Right, try again. Right, a little bit of flux on there from my flux pen, if I can get it on there. It's a little dab. I've got a bit of finer solder, I think I'll use some of that. Right. There you go. That looks okay. Let's take that off and see it in the light. Yeah, that looks fine. Just rest my iron down and get the other side set up. There you go. In a moment. There we are. Excuse my shoddy camera work. There we are. Hopefully that should be quite central. Let's move that out of the way. A little sticker. Just come off. Right, there we are. Now, the iron a little clean. I might give that just a drop of flux as well. Okay. Right, let's see what we got. Move them out of the way. Right. They don't look too bad. I'll pull those little plastic bits off the top, I think. And now what I'll do, I'll bend them to fit onto the first two pins on that Arduino there. What I'll do that off camera because I'm terrible at stuff like this, so I will be back in a moment. Okay, it's time to think again. I took that away, and as soon as I tried to bend it slightly, the leg snapped off. So what I may do is just do it with some wire and put a little sticky pad on the back so it doesn't ground or anything. So what I'll do is I'll just get that off of there, which is a pain really. I thought that would work out quite nicely, but as soon as I tried to bend that pin, it just snapped clean off. So obviously not very good quality. Right. I'll put that back in there for the minute. What I'll do is I'll get some wires. I've got some little bundle of wire here from many projects, and I will make it up. I'll find a sticky pad as well. I'll come back to you and we'll solder the wires on. Right, let's just solder the positive on. Mine is soldering on. Just wait for it to come up to temperature again. I love the fact this goes into standby mode. If you don't use it for a minute or two, you can set it for whatever you want for it to go into the standby mode, and that way you forget and leave your iron on for a while, you won't damage the tip. There's a terrible bit of tinning there. Take the end of that off. If that will go in there, which it won't, of course. Let's try the other end, see if that will. I left that one a bit longer for the to go onto the pad, but I can make sure we get a good enough connection at the end. And hopefully the light isn't too bad. There you go. That's our two output wires soldered on. Let's just nip that off, and we've got one wire that goes to the positive input. So I just realised my video wasn't recording, so I just missed a few seconds of video. Get that other one in there. Of course it won't go through, so I didn't tin it very well. I might have to just snip the end off of that if it doesn't go through. Yeah, I will. There we are. So I might actually turn that over and do it from the other side. And there goes the dog again. Wiki, come on! Do you ever have days when you think to yourself, I wish I could go back to bed and start over? Everything I'm trying to do today, my dog is being a complete pain in the backside. There we are. Right, so let's have a look. What else we got to connect? I've got another ground wire to connect. Either the doorbell's ringing or the dog just barks for no reason whatsoever. But he's been a constant, how do I put it nicely? Pain in the arse, possibly? Probably how I put it. Yeah, he's one of them dogs that barks at everything. I'm sure if a gnat farts at 200 yards, he knows about it. There we are. Right, that's those all connected. And I'm going to use a little bit of Velcro to stick on the bottom, just to keep everything out of harm's way. Get the Arduino back in. I'll tuck those two wires just through there for the time being, so they're out of the way. That was my meter I left on. Right. So we're going to have to connect the black wire to the pin on the left, the red wire to the pin in the middle, and the yellow wire to the pin on the right. That's your ground, voltage out, and the yellow is voltage in. I'll just re-tin those pins on the Arduino itself. Let's get me a little there we are. Right. So that's your negative, and that's the positive. And somewhere here. Oh God. I've got such big fingers when I try and do little jobs like this. It's like trying to do things with a couple of sausages on the end of your hand. Oh great, that wire's fraying, so I'm going to remove that. Alright, thought it felt a little bit loose. Let's cut the end of it off. This lighting is awful. Try. Oh, why didn't I do that in the first place? That would have made such a difference. Right, so let's have a look. So solder it to the Arduino first. It's probably going to burn my hand, but we suffer for our art, don't we? There we are. And I should actually tin that one on there. I didn't tin the end, I just re-stripped, get that clean. There you go, tiny little tin in. And let's get the helping hands in on this, shall we? After all, that is what they're for. The smoke you might see coming off my soldering iron, where I just touched it against the edge of my helping hand, the little plastic bit. And there's a little bit of fresh solder on there. And we'll just solder that on there because the hole is completely blocked. There we are. We are connected. Now, what I'll do is I'll get down in there with my cutters and just nip the end of the red one off because it's a little bit long. Okay, there you go. And hopefully we can pull that down, something like that, with a bit of Velcro under there, and be happy about it. There's me a bit of Velcro, there it is. Some scissors. I'll cut a small piece off. Don't worry, they're not my wife's craft scissors. They're actually mine. I wouldn't dare touch her craft scissors. Peel the sticky off. I'll just stick it onto the clock pin. Oh, the crystal even. May well revisit this once I get some sticky pads, but we only recently moved house, so at the minute we can't find anything, so just for the time being at least. Now that will hold a little bit of Velcro. Right, I need to strip these, or one of them. Right, that one's already tinned. I'll just give this one a quick tinning. This will be a test for this soldering iron. They're quite large solder pads there, so we shall see. Now, put that down a minute. I might just grip him. I can't find a place to grip him in my helping hands. Right, so power jack is there, ground is there. I know these wires are going to be a little bit too long, but really I'm not that worried. Let me just give them a little bit of fresh solder on the two pads just to make sure they're going to play. Introduce a little bit. There you go. And there you go. Thick sausage fingers out of the way. Taking a while to heat up, but there we are. There's the second one. It's not really melting as I'd like it to. That good clean. Tiny bit of fresh solder on the iron. There you go. Perfect. Right, I'll turn the iron off now. It can cool down. Right, sorted out the power. Let me just tidy some of this away. Shouldn't need any more solder. It's stuck down. It's a bit wobbly, but it is just stuck down onto that Velcro. So here we go. Right, now for the moment of truth. Right, I brought my bench supply over so we can test it. Now, I took the chip out of this one and I've just put a fast blink on, just so that the LED on pin 13 should flash quite fast. So, as far as I know, I've got a little LED here anyway, so we'll just chuck that in. Like so. And there you go. Chuck that in, so it should flash like mad. If it works, I will get some magic smoke. Let's see what we get. There we are. That is working. Right, let's test the voltage we're getting out of it. I'll set this for just over 5 volts. So we will see what we get. 5.2, that'll do. Nothing wrong with that. Swap the leads round. We'll just take the input voltage from there. It's 10.6 volts, which is exactly what my meter shows. My power supply shows. I'll turn it up to 12 volts. That'll do. Test again. Oh, without shorting it out. 12.1 and 5.2. So yeah, that's working perfectly. Good. So I've now got an Arduino that I can use again in projects. So I hope this will inspire somebody who had the same problem, that, you know, with a cheap buck converter you can make something work again. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry for my waffle, and sorry if the dog's barking in it, because he was most of the way through trying to film it. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully be uploading some more videos soon. So bye for now.